I just wanted to record a quick video for anybody who might be having trouble getting onto this school um, Google Classroom site or logging into iReady. I know a lot of y'all have probably figured it out, but just for some people who may still be struggling with it, let me just quickly go through it. Now, you must log in to the Google Gmail account before you can get into Google Classroom. So as you can see, I'm already logged in. So I'm going to sign out of all my accounts, which you don't have to do. And then I'm going to sign in again to just my Vicksburg Warren School District account. So now it's going to ask me for my password. Now, of course, if you are going from 0, you would log in just how you always log into Gmail, which is to go to Google or go to Gmail, and then it'll prompt you with this screen. So I'm going to go ahead and type in my password and click next. And then it will log me in, and my little picture appears up here in the corner. So now that I'm logged into Gmail, I can go to my Google Classroom. My Google Classroom, because I'm a teacher, is going to look different from the students' Google Classroom, but they would just need to navigate to their 4th grade math or 4th grade reading tab. So I, of course, I have one for the teacher stuff, and then I have one for all of my classes, and they will just have the 4th grade math depending on their homeroom. And so whatever I share, I will share to everybody. So I am going to start sharing some digital files for the people who maybe have access to the internet but don't have a printer at home. I know uh, having paper copies is not always convenient for everybody. So I'm going to be sharing some things on measuring angles, which I'm about to go through and put up a video on because we're moving into protractors. There will be some things on equivalent fractions because if you noticed, some of the things on angles are related to equivalent fractions. And then there will be some things on drawing the angles, so both measuring and drawing the angles. Now it's giving me this error because I signed out while I had this open. So that should not happen. So this is going to be a whoops. Okay, well, I'm just not going to worry about that right this second then. Let's just look at this one. So this is going to be a Google slide. Now, when it's measuring the angles, you just have to look at the protractor. When it asks the kids to draw it, it will give some directions down here at the bottom. It'll say, use the line tool to draw the angle, and this is the line tool. I just quickly wanted to explain this. So you would just go down here, select arrow, and then whatever angle they tell you to draw, you would just take your line tool and draw the angle on the protractor just like that. And it'll pop up with the other part of the angle. So you don't have to try and move the arrows around. They want you to just grab that line tool and draw the angle on there. So that's not for this one, that's for the other one that it just wouldn't let me get into. All right, last thing, I wanted to quickly show how to get to iReady. So I always go from Google because it tends to pop up with an unrelated website when I try and type it into the search bar. So I go iReady, and then it's usually the first one that pops up. It'll say login.i-ready.com. Now the only thing that's picky about this, other than knowing the correct username and password, and the username and password are a combination of their ID number, their lunch numbers, and their initials. So let me real quick see if I can find. Okay, so the username for iReady is their lunch number at the at symbol, the ampersand. So it should be their lunch number. I don't have a lunch number, but let's just say it's 028973 something. 028973. I think it's a couple more digits than that. And then you would put the ampersand and then vwsd.org. So it will have their lunch number at vwsd.org. And then the password, which it's not going to show, it'll just show the dots, but the password will be just their lunch number. Oh, I'm sorry. It will not have .org. It will just say their lunch number at vwsd. I apologize. The password is just going to be their lunch number by itself without the @VWSD on the end of it. Now, you must come down here and make sure that it says Mississippi in this box. It will not have anything here until you put the state in, and it will not let you hit the go button until you have put the Mississippi state in there. That is an issue that I have had a few times, and it took me a minute to figure out why is it not letting me log in, and then I realized it's because I had failed to put the state. So if you are trying to use your name and password and you think they're correct and it's still not letting you log in, just make sure that this says Mississippi. All right, I think that that's everything that I have as far as this is concerned. I am going to try to start sharing things through Google Classroom for our friends who don't have a printer at home. I will still be sending some things with paper though, because personally I prefer paper, so I wanted to give that option for the parents who do have a printer and for the kids who would prefer that hands-on option. So we will be doing both. Feel free to take advantage of all of the resources, or just the paper, or just the digital, whichever works best for your family. Stay safe. If y'all have any questions, reach out. I am here to help. Have a wonderful afternoon.